So feet together, and we'll start with our salute. Right hand makes a fist, left hand open, and bow. Circle back, signifying our connection in the heart. I'll do the one button that my assistant forgot to button for me. And here we go, Qi awakening exercises. Hands to the lower dantian. We inhale, reach up, connecting with heaven. And exhale, gather in to your center of gravity, the lower dantian. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more times. And 1 more time. Okay, second exercise, connecting with the earth. Imagine you grow tree roots down into the earth. You inhale, you pull up all that stability, support into your body, and then concentrate it into that center of gravity, your lower belly. Inhale. And exhale. Feeling your roots underground, and as you inhale, those roots drink up nourishment from the earth. And you concentrate it in that lower tummy center. In Taoism, the first alchemical cauldron is that lower belly. It has to do with getting you grounded and centered in yourself. And I think we have 1 more time here. And okay, then the third exercise works with the second alchemical cauldron in Taoist training, which is the heart. So this is a really cool teaching. In the course of training, they say first get centered in yourself. And they do that by all of this focus on your actual center of gravity. That's why Tai Chi is such a cool art, because you're learning to move from that center of gravity. And they say once you stabilize that, then you open up the quality of compassion from the heart. So your second alchemical cauldron is here in your heart, and we work on it in our opening exercises. So palms up, you inhale, feel the expanse of heaven, the support of earth, conjoin in the heart, hold the breath, and then exhale and radiate compassion, like you've made an elixir of compassion that can shine out from that heart. Inhale, heaven and earth meet, the heart awakens, and exhale, it radiates. Inhale. And radiate like a sense of gratitude or love. Inhale, the mystics think there actually is some power you have in this love you could send out. So imagine someplace that needs it. You could send it there. And 1 more time. Okay, release down. Let's click this button. And we're going to start with shaking heaven to earth. So find your hands, shake them out. Inner smile. So we're going to smile to those wrists and fingers and hand bones, and then shake it into your elbow. We practice inner smile right into the elbow joint, and then into the shoulders, creating movement, removing stagnation. The shaking also helps to remove stress, because when we're stressed out, our body should shake a little, but we often have to suppress that. Coming forward and get the upper back open. Feels good. We can start smiling into our heart and our lungs, and then shake backwards and get the upper chest open. Smiling into the heart and the lungs, maybe even the thymus gland if you're feeling ambitious. Okay, then hands on your tummy and just feel like you can smile through those internal organs, wake them up. Good, then hanging on to something if you need to, but pick up one leg. You're gonna smile through the hip, the knee, the ankle, the foot, and then like you were a big salt shaker, imagine you could just shake the stress and tension out into the earth as a compost. Try the other side, here we go. Shake it out, smile hip, knee, ankle, foot, and big old pepper shaker. Down it goes, feeding Mother Earth. You don't need to hang on to that old stuff. Make it into compost. All right, then we're gonna twist. And in this twist, I'm lifting my heel. If you've studied Tai Chi, with other teachers. There are many versions of this exercise, but in online instruction, I lift up the heel so you're not likely to twist your knee. So it's just a gentle twist. You can keep up that inner smile now into your lower back, into your internal organs. Keep it going. Limbering up the body. Your arms are loose, so it's just the twist of your body that keeps those arms a swinging. Good, and then you're going to reach up, give yourself a pat on the back for making it to class today. Good job, you. And there's probably all kinds of other stuff you could congratulate yourself for. Look back with your head and twist those eyes back. This will help to unkink your upper spine. Thank goodness. So we're doing a little acupressure tap on these points that relieve shoulder tension. And we're also unkinking the spine with the movement of those eyeballs. All right, now you're going to change your twist so the toes come up. Change your twist so the toes come up. And if you can, crane your neck around to look all the way back at that opposite heel. The hands are lightly striking on your hip, which are acupressure points that help to release the low back and the hip. Okay, come to center. Now three-way stretch. Be careful if you have back pain, don't stretch too far, por favor. And we're going to inhale up, exhale forward, inhale up and lean back. And then like you're gathering energy and pull it in. Hi. Two more. Get to make a fun sound on this one. Forward, back, and in. Hi. One more time. Forward, back, and in. Hi. Good. Pulling down the heavens 3 times. Inhale. Exhale down with a sigh. Inhale. And one more time. All the way down. Rest in the Wuji posture. Eyes can be open or closed. And just take a moment of mindfulness, meditation, being aware of the body, the breath, and the mind. Okay, moving into our 6 healing sounds Qigong. I don't think anybody's brand new, but if you need the explanation of why we make these funny noises, I gave you one last week, so you could go on the YouTube or into the community page and find that video. But for the rest of us, let's get it going. So here we go. We're going to start with the lungs. Inhale, imagine pouring a white light, a white qi into your lungs. Exhale with that S sound. And then you release down like you could just release any stress that wanted to come out of the body down into the earth. Inhale, white light. Exhale with the sound. And at the end of the breath, you release it down. Inhale. And release it down. 2 more times. Release. And 1 more time. And release it down. Good. All right, let's bring those feet closer together. We're going to coil in and round that back so you can breathe into the kidneys. So you inhale, inflate your lower back, visualizing the blue light. Exhaling the chui sound. And exhaling, chew. Chew. Have that feeling of inwardness and quietude as you breathe in. And 2 more times. Last time, deep blue light, inhale. Good, release. Come up. Now moving on to the sound for your liver, we're going to stretch over to your left to open that right side. So inhaling, hands come up. Inhale a green light to your liver, bend to the left and a shoe sound. Inhale that spring green. Bring in a quality of freshness. 2 more times. And last time. Good. Inhale it up. Exhale through the mouth, releasing just any residual tension that wanted to come out, down into the earth. Feet shoulder width, opening the heart. So now in medical Qigong, you should know that they say if you're feeling robust, then you should do these colors in their full-fledged version. So you're saying, as green as you can possibly get. But if you are feeling weak, like I know some folks who are like recovering from long COVID, for example, they say this is a taxation illness and the body sort of breaks down. It doesn't have the same reserves. They actually say if you do Qigong at full strength, you can overwhelm the body. And so you should visualize your colors in like a pastel. So it would be, just a trace of green or, kind of translucent. So with the heart, in Taoism and Chinese medicine, the heart's related to joy and passion. And they say that's all cool stuff, except it can totally uncenter you. So if you're prone to anxiety, if you're prone to mania, heart palpitations, or if you just feel like your heart's a little weak, you want to use a softer color, like a pink light. Not everybody likes pink, but you could find a version that you like, or you do it in kind of that translucent vibe. And they say that, that helps not overstimulate the heart, but it's still tonifying that organ to bring it up to its level. So you can play with that. The most important is what feels right inside. So here we go. We bring a red or a pink light in. You exhale with the ha sound. And then you imagine just dropping tensions from the heart. Inhale that red or pink light. And you gently let go. Inhale like it was strengthening the heart. We know visualization really can help our internal organs. Using the sound, it's like a smoke releases from that organ or tension just somehow comes out, falls down into the earth. 2 more times. Imagining that vibration, releasing tensions, releasing stagnant energy. And 1 more time. And release it down. Okay, then for the spleen and pancreas, it's a golden colored chi. And similarly to before, you could play with, is your gold more kind of orange, or is your gold more yellow, or is, what colored gold is yours? Does it look like a pumpkin, or does it look like a summer squash? So you really want the feeling. The idea is this feeling of like nourishment, of like gentle warmth, and you visualize that in these organs. So here we go. We're going to inhale it up. Bending to your right now to open the left and use the hu sound. Inhale, imagine that golden colored chi come in. Exhale, whoo. Focusing on the spleen and pancreas organ under the left ribs. One more time, inhale, golden yellow light. Exhale. Inhale it up. Exhale through the mouth. Releasing down. Very good. Feet shoulder width apart. And now the last one for the triple heater, which is an organ in Chinese medicine, but doesn't have a physical correlate. It just kind of, in this case, is going to mean balancing all the systems of the body. We use the he sound. So we're going to inhale and reach up. Exhale down with the sound. Sometimes they say he, sometimes they say she, because when you whisper it, it all sounds the same. Most important is to imagine that that vibration travels through your body and just releases tension, brings ease and balance. Two more times. And last time. Then all the way down, back into that Wuchi posture. Rest and notice any changes in your body, your breath, or your mind. Qigong is a beautiful aid to mindfulness because in mindful practice, we're not trying to change anything. We're developing a non-judgmental awareness. But in these energetic practices, you often will feel things change. The body will calm or the mind will calm. And so it really helps us just bring our non-judgmental awareness to those changes, relax with them even more deeply. Okay, when you're ready, take a deep breath. Exhale and complete that mini meditation. All right, very good. Well, that is half of our Qigong and Tai Chi class. We're going to take a 1-minute break. When we come back, we're going to work on some steps and some exercises for our Yang Tai Chi form. So here we go. Last week, we began learning our, this is actually going to be a very, 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 very short version of the Yang style Tai Chi, but it has some of your main movements in there. And later, you'll find out esoterically why I chose these movements for the very, very, very short form. But let's start with a couple of the auxiliary exercises that function as Qigong and really help us to learn these moves. So this is one of my, excuse me, my pet peeves with Tai Chi teachers a lot of times. People go to Tai Chi and they really want Qigong, but nobody's heard of Qigong. And so they go to a Tai Chi class. But then, you know, the Tai Chi teacher's like, okay, here's move number 1, and move number 2. Okay, tuck your butt under, put your spine up, drop your elbows, move number 3. And you get so caught up in learning the form that it can actually be more stressful than if you hadn't done any practice at all. So this is where the Tai Chi Qigong comes in to bridge the gap. These are these simplified movements that harmonize body, breath, and mind. And that's where you can really reap the reward. And then if you take that into the forms that you learn, that quality of relaxation, that's where they become very healing. So let's give it a try. We're going to start with a little of the Tai Chi ball Qigong. So you can just grab a ball and let's just play with, without aligning the breath or anything, just play with turning that ball over. So it goes one hand on top, the other on the bottom, and then the other hand on top, and the other one on the bottom. Oh, that's pretty simple. Hey, all right, a little Tai Chi ball Qigong. Very, very simple. If you want, you can inhale through the middle and then exhale to switch places. Inhale through the middle and exhale to switch places. Inhale through the middle Exhale to switch places. Inhale through the middle and exhale to switch places. Okay, let's come to one more switch and exhale. So why don't you mirror me so that your right hand is on top. This is my left, but it'll be your right, and your left hand is on the bottom. There it is. You're my right hand, but your left hand. Okay, we're going to work on the move that comes first in this form, which is that bottom hand, your right hand is going to roll up like you're holding a big beach ball in front of your chest, and your left hand is going to roll down until it's like it's placed on a pillar at your side. So the side view, I'm holding this beach ball in front of my chest, and the other one is placed on a pillar at your side. For those of you who are kind of more advanced Qigongers, you'll see that this is actually two different standing meditation practices with each hand. There's a famous standing meditation practice that looks like this. There's a famous standing meditation practice that looks like this. So you're doing one of each. Okay, so once you get to this point, your left hand is up because you're mirroring me, your right hand is down because you're mirroring me. What you're going to do is then you're going to scoop that bottom hand down to the bottom of the ball, and you're going to catch the ball. Then you're going to roll it again. So now your right hand on the bottom comes up to hold the beach ball in front of your chest, and your left hand on top comes down onto a pillar on your side. Okay, side view again, just for the beginners. If you're advanced, then I'm sorry, just go with it. Keep your mindful, non-judgmental awareness. So then bottom hand scoops and holds the ball, and you're going to roll the ball, and that bottom hand, your left hand, comes up. Then the right hand scoops, hits the bottom, and you roll the ball, and that right hand comes up to hold the beach ball. Okay, it's inhale and scoop. Exhale and roll. 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 Let's try a few more. Try it at your own pace if you like. Maybe your breath wants to go faster or slower than mine. Maybe you want to time with me so you can keep the movement going and just forget about the breath. Okay, let's do one more time. And then you're going to inhale up, placing your hands on a cloud, and exhale down, letting that cloud sink all the way down. And when we do this motion, classically, this is returning the qi down to this lower belly center, back to what we learned at the beginning of the class. This is the first cauldron in Taoist alchemy. They want you strong and stable and centered. So we always return to this lower tummy. Okay, so now we're going to take that same move. It's going to be slightly different than what we just did, but it's the same move, and we're going to do it in a forward stance. So you want 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, and you don't want to be on a tightrope. You want your feet about shoulder width apart. So this does not have to be a big long Kung Fu stance. I mean, Mark, you can do that if you want to, but it's just a moderate little stance, but it's about shoulder width wide. Okay, so is this the easiest way to do it? Well, we'll find out, won't we? I think the easiest way to do it is this way. So you can kind of go the same as me, but you won't be able to see. So let me mirror you, and then we'll figure out online education somehow. So what you're going to do is you're going to sit back, and why don't I mirror you? So put your right foot forward. This is my left, but you put your right foot forward, and we'll do it like you're looking into a mirror. Okay, you're going to sit back, and your back hand goes on top of the ball. So in your case, that's your left. And your front hand holds the bottom, just like we were doing a minute ago. Then all that's going to be different is as you shift forward, that's when you're going to roll the ball, just like we did, hold the pillar, and hold the beach ball. Okay, now to make this work with our one leg forward, you're just going to sit back. This hand is going to roll over to the top of the ball. and you're back with that left hand on top and that right hand on the bottom. You shift forward, you roll the beach ball, and now your left hand is holding the ball at your chest, right hand is on the pillar. So big circle, front hand comes to the bottom, back hand comes to the top. Shift and roll. Big circle, front hand comes to the bottom, back hand comes to the top. And then shift and roll. So advanced students who have already learned this, really practice on moving from that lower dantian. And newer students who are just learning this, really try to get your front hand, so whatever leg is in front, that hand holds the ball. And then when you shift back, it comes to the bottom, and your back hand comes on top. So the beginner's art is just figure out where the heck your hands are supposed to be. Advanced art is starting to move from that center of gravity, creating power in motion. Okay, we'll do a couple more on this side, but now I'll switch my feet so I'm the same as you, just in case that helps. You stay on the same side. So here we go, that right foot and right hand are forward. And then that front hand scoops down, the back hand comes on top. Right foot and right hand are forward. Front hand scoops down, back hand on top. One more time. Right foot and right hand are forward. And then step back, place your hands on the cloud and settle the chi. Beautiful. Let's do the other side. So you're going to get your basic forward stance. Now your left foot is going to be forward and I'm going to mirror you with my right foot forward. That means the front hand comes on the bottom when you sit back and the back hand comes on the top. Then as I shift forward, as I roll the ball, roll the bottle, okay, guys, okay. So as I roll the ball, my front hand, that's your left, comes front, right? I'm not taking the back hand, trying to cross over in this case. My front hand comes to the front. Now that same front hand scoops down and holds. And then I shift and it comes up. Inhale, now the weight goes onto the back of the back foot. Shift and the weight goes onto the front foot. Shift and the weight goes onto the back foot. Shift and the weight goes onto the front foot. Inhale as you sit back. Exhale as you shift forward. Inhale as you sit back. Exhale as you shift forward. Keep your stance the same. I'm going to switch just so you get the opposite view. Inhale as you shift back. Exhale as you sit forward. That front hand scoops to the bottom. And then it rolls up to hold the ball at the chest. That front hand scoops to the bottom. And then it rolls up to hold the ball at the chest. And one more time. Good, then stepping back, place your hands on the cloud. Sink down, settling the chi into the lower dantian. Good, and rest. Rest in that wuji for just a brief moment. Basic mindful meditation. Just notice how you feel. Good, and relax. Okay, so hopefully that's not too complicated for you, but if it is, you've got the video. See what you can do. Online learning is limited. For some of you fancy folks, one of the things to know is there's a little secret in this movement, which is the first real move in the Taiji system. It's called ward off. And so energetically, you know, in the psycho-emotional kind of postures, pictures that we're making with our posture, what this posture is doing is it's going like, hey, this is the limit, buddy. You don't come that any further. And it's really cool because it's kind of this this passive. It's not reaching out and get the hell off it. Hey, no, it's ward off. In the application of this posture, what you've done usually in a self-defense application is you've stepped behind their leg, and then you're actually throwing them, you're sort of tripping them over your leg with this front hand. Just for you more intermediate folks, so you get a sense of like, well, how is this made? Well, Tai Chi is wrestling. But the other cool thing that's a secret in here that my teacher taught, which not a lot of schools know that I've come across, is that it's called Tai Chi. Tai Chi means that yin yang symbol that is so famous from Taoist philosophical artwork. That's called the Taiji diagram, the Taiji diagram. And so what my teacher taught is that Taiji Chuan is actually, in its original indigenous religious sense, it's the art of drawing this Tai Chi diagram with your body. So there are certain postures, like one famous one is white crane cools its wings. And if you notice, if you put that yin yang behind me, I would be making that picture with my body. Or another one that's not in our tiny form is the brush, knee, and push. And your hand, the secret is that it makes that wave, more subtle than that usually, but it makes that wave of the yin yang. So in this posture, for you more advanced folks, one of the things that's cool is if you watch the shape that my front hand makes, it scoops down. Oh, and there's the teardrop of that yin yang symbol. Do you see it? It's drawing it. The backhand similarly is coming on the top of the ball, and it's going in its little teardrop shape. So with your two hands in this exercise, you're making a yin yang symbol in like dynamical 3 dimensions with your chi body. It's talismanic. Okay, hopefully I didn't just bore a few of you, but that's the exercise. So this is our Qigong for today. And for those of you who, if this is a new exercise, it might feel kind of like, okay, it doesn't feel very Qigong-y. Which the hell hand goes, which the hell where? But it becomes very relaxing as you get it. So please do practice. We've got the Tai Chi ball version where we rolled up, rolled back, and rolled up. This one is a little simpler in my opinion. It's very relaxing. And then you've got the one in your legs. And this is part of where Tai Chi has some advantage over some other systems of Qigong, is that you're really pumping the strength of these legs, which not only makes you physically stronger, but according to Chinese medicine, it makes your meridians stronger in this very foundational way. Okay, so with that, we're going to move into our form, and we're going to just do a couple of moves building off of last week. And this Qigong plays right into there. So you start with your feet together. If you weren't here last week, go back and review. We're not slowing down for you. We've only got 3 minutes left in class. So here we go. Inhale, gather the universe. And exhale. Take your left foot, peel it up. Step it out shoulder width, and then peel it back down. Then commence Tai Chi. Inhale, float your hands up like they're on puppet strings so your elbows stay heavy. And then your shoulders get heavy, elbows get heavy, hands trail down last. All right, your new move, we'll do it more next week because we don't have a lot of time, but you're going to take your, oh gosh, I guess I better be mirroring you, huh? So you're going to take, you stepped out that way, your right hand. So forget what I just did, and now I'm mirroring you. You're going to take your right hand and you float it up, just like you did with your two hands. You float up just the right hand. So let's do a quick run through, and I'll actually mirror you this time. So you do gathering the universe, inhale, exhale. Oh, fastest breath ever. Left leg, step it out, inhale, exhale, fastest breath ever. Raise hands, inhale, exhale. Okay, now take your right hand, and now we're in real life Tai Chi speed. Inhale it up. And at the very end, feel your right hand puppet pulls your toes up into the air on that side. Just, can you see my little toes on camera? I think you can. So just on that side, those toes come up, and then I'm going to turn my body, step in, and hold that ball. Okay, so it's the same ball shape we already did, but now I just brought in my left foot on the tippy toe. Okay, let's try that again. So your shoulder width, the right hand floats up, picks up the toes at the last minute and turn. Then the left hand and the left foot scoop in, boop, and you're on your tippy toe. Okay, one more time, here we go. Right hand floats, toes follow, turn and scoop, tippy toe. Now, don't worry about this, we'll review it next week, but if you want the next move, you're just gonna step forward into that stance, and there it is, your ward off position. Okay, let me do that facing away from you, and so you can follow along if you like. So you had taken your left foot and stepped out. Take your right hand only. Oh, I'm sorry, you did your 2 feet after the step, your 2 hands after the step. And then you're gonna new move, take your right hand only, float it up, pick up the toes and turn. Step in and scoop. Now that left foot touches the heel, rolls forward, and ward off. Let's try one more angle. We'll go sidewards. So here you go. You just finished your 2 hands. And now it's right hand float. Pick up the toes, turn, scoop, tippy toe, step out, and roll that ball. Okay, you end up looking like that. Oh, what's that? Do one more direction? Well, I'm glad you asked. I will, and then we'll finish up. So you had just stepped out left, you had just floated up and then down, and now the right hand floats up, toes last turn, scoop, left foot, and roll that ball into ward off. All right, very good. Let's do sealing the chi so we can end on our official time. And here we go. Palms up, inhale, connecting earth and heaven. Exhale with a sigh, wash tension from your body. Second one, inhale, earth and heaven. And imagine like you pour an energy through your body, replenishing you. And last time, inhale. And form like a golden egg of light around you, reestablishing that energetic boundary and that sense of radiance. Feet together, right hand makes a fist, left hand open, cover the fist with palm and bow, and circle back, showing our connection in the heart. So if that Taiji form is old news to you, well then just practice, relax, have fun. If it's new news to you and it feels like it makes your brain ache a little bit, that's actually a very good thing. So I would suggest go back, see if you can do through repetition, if you can start to get that, because that feeling of like, oh, what's going on? That means you're growing new neurons, and that's actually quite a hard thing to come by. So we want to take advantage whenever we can. All right, my friends, this is our Taiji class for today. I'm so grateful that you are here. You know my PayPal link by now if you're going to donate. And that is the story.